learn a lot from Brad.
I do learn a lot from Brad.
Yeah.
It's a good hang. We do the
It's a good hang. And Colby comes in and out like she's a ghost.
Not anymore. They fixed that.
They
Well,
fixed
I don't know.
that?
Now
Well, we'll have to
they're
see.
the OBS symbol.
The proof of the eating is in the pudding. Whatever.
The proof of the eating is in the pudding.
We're hearing them. They're both ghosts.
Yeah,
now.
they're there. Yeah, great. So now we can't see either one of them. It would be start virtual camera in OBS.
It would be.
Here, where's the thing?
We're gonna have all kinds of challenges tonight.
We have challenges every day. Just being me is a challenge.
He doesn't fall every day.
No,
Yes,
but
it does?
Yes, look at this.
wow, they're not ghosts.
Wow. Oh, it's
okay.
all right. No. It's
Just
much
went out.
better. It's much better.
It is much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not disappearing.
Yay. That's good.
No.
Just yep.
Wow. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit, but that's okay.
No, get
Only if I go backwards. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Because then it'll be like you'll wind up on one of those shows on FX, Strange Phenomenon.
Right. Oh, yeah. We don't want that.
No, we don't want that. So, Dr. Clockus got clocked well, we weren't going to say who it was. Anyway, his
AT&T
phone
was a
company
big deal.
he went to switch companies,
Yeah.
and somehow they gave his number to somebody else who signed up, and so his phone wasn't working, and he had some other number, and they clocked him up really good.
And I think his wife too, because I called
Yeah.
her today and it just rang.
Yeah, well,
rang,
because
rang.
they look around obviously for the family plan or whatever it is, and
they
AT&T
went to
usually.
Sam's Club.
Yeah, it's
I'd be making Sam's Club
yes,
do all of
right.
this.
Yeah, and believe me, you'd be waiting online for an hour. But anyway, so I'm going to be running the slides tonight.
Master of ceremonies.
Yeah, MC for short, but not for long. But I got to get my drum thing
Okay.
back too. Oh, there she goes.
No,
Oh.
it's okay.
Okay,
Living
she's
is
back.
challenging
Okay.
someone to
We're
run
feeling out the situation. Oh, no, I disappeared again.
Yeah, I think we need to stay really close together, then we won't disappear.
That's all right. I might have to change the rating on the show, but it's fine.
I like I like the outfit, Colby. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
you look
Oh,
good.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Your necklace is picking up the pink in your jacket. Very nice.
Thank you. Well, tonight's subject, I had to bring some respect. It's,
Well,
Ladies of Rock.
The
Yeah.
Ladies of Rock, that's the truth. Now, what I have to do with the Ladies of Rock, because I don't want the Ladies of Rock to get pissed off at me for screwing things up. So,
Ladies that rock.
Yeah, it's Ladies That Rock.
Angus usually does the old, but hey, you know what? We'll see what we
We
get.
never realized how much we
Here we
needed
go.
Dr.
Now we
Clockus.
don't want. Yeah, you don't realize how much you miss
No.
them until you.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong place here. See, I've
Okay, you're
done it.
showing. Yeah, okay. So,
Yeah. Everyone,
Wow. Because I had everybody that you had.
are you dealing with the dead? Well, actually, here we go. We're getting.
There we go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. What? Oh, no, you're
Are
not
we
doing
done?
that.
Because I think
There we go.
There we go.
Well, I think we have to go back just a touch of historical record before we start
Here you go.
talking about these fantastic women. First and foremost, it is, Women's Month, the month that we should appreciate women.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Excuse me. For the way I understand it, every month is Women's Month, but
Only if you're lucky.
day.
Only if you're lucky, Steve.
that's right. We should always appreciate, but this month we are going to highlight some very key individuals. But moreover, seeing that I have an amazing woman next to me,
Oh, he's very nice.
it
how good is that?
is to be Colby's birthday
Oh,
within hours.
What, within hours?
48 hours. Yeah.
right, I guess, approximately.
And
Wow.
Wait,
Hell,
when
that's
is her
excellent.
birthday?
What?
you-
When is your birthday?
I thought the
Wednesday.
birthday was Wednesday. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
That's
Wednesday.
correct.
That's 2 days.
Oh, okay.
I looked at
So
that
they haven't even started setting up the bunting yet or any of that stuff downtown, right?
Well, I am known for throwing a bash for her when the time is right.
Well, it's not.
Well, that's all. I'm going to try to get out in front of Janis here just for a second. Ah, there we go.
Oh,
There you
right
go.
there.
Oh, very nice.
That's a picture of Janis.
That's
yeah.
a real good picture of
Yeah.
Janis.
Well, when I first met Colby, she also is an amazing woman of rock.
Oh, well, thank you.
And I went through her CD collection, and you had albums too.
Yes,
And this one was in there,
that's true.
and I was so impressed. I said, this is like the beginning cradles of rock. And Janis Joplin, she is without a doubt. Let's exclude her title as woman for one moment. Let's talk about her accomplishments as just being her.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there was a Clive Davis thing on the other night, and
Documentary.
it was a documentary, and she was the first artist that he signed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she was.
So just a little.
Because he went to Monterey Pop.
Yeah, because he
and
went to
saw her.
Monterey Pop and saw her perform there, and so yeah, how about that?
I have to say, one of the songs that just always really gripped me was "Summertime."
Yeah.
Her rendition. That's a George Gershwin tune.
Oh, I know.
From Porgy and Bess. The 1920s and about American life. And
From Porgy and Bess, yeah.
And this adaptation was honestly jolting for the American public at the time that she did it. It was so, when she went on, I can't remember if it was Dick Cavett show or one of the shows at the time when she went on, one of two things happened. Either the older people turned off the television and said, "What the hell did I just witness?" Or the younger generation would tune in and say, "What the hell did I just witness?"
Exactly right.
Yeah.
It's remarkable what she did, and she's got years on that voice. I mean, she died at 27, so she didn't have. But that was a lot of whiskey on those vocal cords.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that literally. I mean there's a lot of
soul
and a lot of life.
Pain.
And a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
That's
She was one of a kind. She was one of a kind. Did you ever have an opportunity to be in her presence?
No, I didn't. I did. She was. I didn't see her. I didn't get to see her play. It was just she was just a little bit early for me as far as venturing out.
Right, she was more California.
Yeah, and she was, California, and I was New York. It didn't work out. I would have loved to have seen them play. Big Brother and the Holding Company. That whole thing, it was just, it was just a vibe. It was a great vibe.
And what's also hard to believe is, she only recorded for 8 years. And then when you think about that, the
her volume of work was tremendous, considering, or her lasting effect more than anything is so tremendous.
That's really the point of it all is the lasting effect, because she affected people and still continues to affect people that weren't even alive when she was alive. So she's pretty incredible.
And you know what? I want to mention, she's wearing all this jewelry, but because it's not digital, we can't zoom in. We can't really figure out what she's got on to even let you know, which was really a shame because we were looking for jewelry, and it was really tough to find any of the symbolism in any of this. It's hard to figure out.
Beads. Looks like a lot of beads and stuff.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I imagine, I'm doubting there's a tennis bracelet in there.
I'm doubting that she was. Well, the song Mercedes-Benz. She just railed against the overt opulence of people, And that, she's
Have
so
all
rock
those
and roll.
glasses, though.
I
They
know.
look fabulous.
Yeah, but come on now. I mean, let's think about it. My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. And it begs the question: which Mercedes would she have picked? Would it have been the sports car? Would it have been?
Oh, probably the sports
Yeah.
car.
Sports, yeah, I agree.
No, I disagree. She probably would have had an old school biodiesel retrofitting
No, she
kind of,
RC Sports.
but she would have had it tricked out in paint.
All right, so there you go.
Did she
Yeah.
never
She
get
She
a
probably
Mercedes?
have an electric car now.
We should have. We should. Yeah, there you go. Well,
I think she'd
we
be
should all
riding
consider
a
that.
Harley.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that too.
well, interesting thing about her, and not just musically, but before, the progressive movement was cool. She was in open relationships. She had relationships with men and women. She really lived a life of freedom in that respect. And yeah, was it hard on a lot of people around her? Sure. But at the same time, she lived her life. And that life allowed her to be, quite frankly, the musician that we all can only pay homage to.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And now, wow, that's an interesting picture. Her and Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
what I said.
this
That's
story,
interesting.
there's a story that kind of blends those
Oh,
two
wait a minute.
worlds together. Get that picture back.
Oh, and
Stevie
by the
Nicks-
way, she had a Porsche.
Oh, she
Ah,
did it.
See that?
Yeah,
Bought it in
I love it.
1958. Yep.
Okay.
But she actually had an interesting kind of chance meeting. Stevie Nicks, 5 years younger than her, kind of coming up into the music. Lindsey Buckingham was playing in a band that it just so happened Janis Joplin was playing in. And during a live impromptu, Stevie Nicks went up to sing. And Janis Joplin's in the back heckling her to say, "Get off the stage." And Stevie Nicks said it was the greatest honor she had ever had.
Wow. Stevie Nicks, let me tell you what. She certainly did. Did I? No, that's Ann and Nancy.
Here.
That was before Fleetwood
If
Mac.
there's another one in there,
There is another one?
there should be.
Yeah, I know there should be, but then
You know,
there's Pat, and then there's Joan.
That's it.
and
That's
now-
okay. Let's go back to her.
All right, let's see where we are. Oh, goodness. I'm lost in space.
That's okay.
Oh, you didn't put in another. Okay, so we all know what Stevie Nicks looks like. She's great.
Clockus usually does this.
What?
Clockus usually
Well, yeah,
does
clock is just,
Yeah.
he's blocking me up here.
So, Stevie Nicks, when Colby was kind of bringing me into the fold of her rock world, I would hear her sing Edge of 17
Oh,
or
my
something.
favorite.
You
I
know,
love that.
Can we get a verse?
No.
I,
No, you know what? Actually, I've been a little under the weather this weekend. My throat is just not my
Oh.
usual.
I understood. Well, listen, I that's okay. That's okay. It'll be worth looking forward to.
Oh, yes.
So I hope I didn't miss any of these pictures, Brad.
that's okay. We're gonna impromptu. Let's go to the next one because in time, in sequence, we're like in the early 70s now,
Right.
and we've got Ann and Nancy Wilson,
Yeah.
and you want to talk about a tour de force.
Oh,
Um,
sorry.
Just great power, great lyrics. These women absolutely trailblazed because they weren't just rockers. They utilized the beauty of the voice and the beauty of the instrument and created almost this folksy in some of the songs, but then they'd go to Barracuda and
she would shred. I mean, Nancy could play and can play like nobody's business. I just love to see that. It's really remarkable because you just didn't see a whole lot of women being able to play the instrument to that level.
No, and Anne plays guitar as well and plays the flute.
Right. Okay. That I didn't know.
didn't know she played the flute, but that makes
She
sense.
played on that. What was that song? They had a song, Dog and Butterfly.
Dog and Butterfly, yeah.
Did it have a flute in it? Did we do that?
You didn't do that.
I don't know. I get
You
lost
did
in all of it.
Barracuda and
Right. Yeah, I did Barracuda with her, and we
Oh,
did Crazy on You.
yeah, Crazy.
And we did
Dreamboat Annie.
Dreamboat Annie.
Right.
So were you on tour with them, or?
I was on tour with her, yeah. Not with her, with Ann. We were doing that.
Walk down Abbey Road.
You know what, guys? I think I'm going to do my commercial a little early here. I think Dr. Clockus might be here.
Okay.
So I'm going to play the commercial and hang tough with me, guys. We'll be right back.
Okay, got to hear from our sponsors.
That's what you got to hear from the sponsors.
Most of you know I live in Southwest Florida now, and one of my favorite places to grab a bite to eat is Jason's Deli. Scott and Diana Willis have been in business here for over 20 years. The truth is, Jason's Deli has bigger choices of better food. You can eat healthy and enjoy the taste of quality ingredients. They're open 7 days a week for dine-in, pick-up, or deli delivery. With 4 convenient locations from Naples to Cape Coral, Florida, they are a must-try. Jason's Deli, where all good things come from wholesome ingredients. And Bradley's Jewelers in South Fort Myers. Diamond, bridal, you name it. Estate, custom design, and expert repair. Bradley's Jewelers, South Fort Myers. They specialize in amazing moments.
Yes, they do. Yes.
Dr. Clockets, you're here.
I made it. I made it. Hey, Randy.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
That's
Oh.
right.
I'm wondering who's behind the door. Who's behind that door?
Who's always behind it, right?
Yeah,
Who's
oh, there's always somebody back there.
That's Randy Jackson of Zebra.
Yes, Randy Jackson from Zebra came to wish you
How
a
you
happy
guys doing?
birthday. We forgot to put up our birthday backgrounds.
That's right.
yeah.
Birthday
Clockus, what's
background.
going on here?
You better.
Oh,
better
you
get it
got
together.
Look at that. There you go.
Wow, you guys, that's beautiful.
Look at that.
We
And
thought
now
we
you're
had a
older.
birthday party.
And
Happy
we have.
birthday.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
Colby.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe this.
I want to say, first and foremost, forgive me. Thank you for the amazing music over the years.
Yes.
Oh,
Some of the best guitar work. Love it.
thanks. I appreciate it a lot. Where are you guys broadcast from there?
Fort Myers, Florida.
You're in Fort Myers. Okay.
Yeah, that's how we know Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all met in the on the street.
Yes.
we-
Exactly.
We actually met at a party.
We met at a party.
Yeah.
We met at, I think we met, a party first and then lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think it was either Mark Collins'
No,
party or
Stephen
Steven's
and
party
James.
or
Stephen
who's
and James.
Stephen and James'
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of great people down there in Fort Myers. I know that. I have a lot of
Yeah.
friends down there.
Well,
Yep.
you should come visit.
He comes and visits.
I
He's
do.
always got a place here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, where
Oh,
are you
wow.
from? Where are you, Randy?
He's up in Long Island.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
This is for you, Colby, for your birthday.
Yeah. So
Okay,
let's,
I'm freaking out.
we're all gonna mute our microphones so that we don't cut Randy off.
Okay, so happy birthday, Colby.
So yeah, this is from us to you, Cole.
Oh, whoa. This is from us to you.
Thank you.
Heard it, Steve. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Colby. Happy birthday to you.
away. We walked miles and miles and then we slipped away. We looked so hard, but couldn't seem to find just what the world was for. Now we know just what the journey's for. Looking out to the stars, think about what you are. What do they think of you? Animals in their shoes. They haven't got the time. Landing's not on their mind. Why they have the nerve? Animals in the nerve. They watch us all. They only make sure that we don't trip and fall. Now they look so hard, but they can't tell us why they're here, just what for. 'Cause they don't know. Opened up the door. When does the circle end? Who are the unwatched men? Where do we go from here? Faith is a fading fear. Life is a waiting room. I hope they don't call us soon. I was born to really think you know. The blow that's here behind the door. No, I'm afraid of you.
Yeah, brother. That's it. I tried to do a rhythm session.
Yeah.
Man.
Birthday gift. Thank you.
It's kind of like I did it for Steve this afternoon.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
Oh, you're
And
welcome.
hopefully the audience is gonna love it as much as I did. Thank you.
I'm sure you can count on it.
Colby, happy birthday.
Oh,
Thank you, sir.
Glad to do
Nice
it.
to meet you.
what an honor. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Nice to meet you too. You guys have a good time.
Yeah, you too, man. I'll call you later, and thank you again, bro.
Sounded great,
That was
man.
awesome.
Yeah, amazing.
That
Thank
was
you so
awesome.
much.
Bye-bye.
Hopefully we'll meet you next time you're in town.
Yeah, definitely have to do that.
We'll make it happen.
See y'all later.
Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Take care,
What
bro.
a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Bye, Randy.
See you, man.
See you later, Lori.
All right.
See you, Randy. All right. Oh, man. All right.
Hey.
Holy mackerel.
That's how we roll around here.
I love it.
Damn, that guy can do a lot there.
You know, you told me he was going to do this acoustically. I didn't know it was going to be like he was going to be able to do the production on this. I mean,
I'll tell you what,
It's
one of the
Randy.
things that we talk about on the show all the time is the fact that in order to stay in this business, you really have to morph. And I got to put you guys back over here because I've got screens all over the place now trying to keep up with Randy. But he is so good at morphing in and keeping the integrity of his performance. I mean, Zebra is a power trio,
Right.
and they've always been a power trio. It's it's Led Zeppelin, but Randy sings instead of having that other guy.
Yeah, Christianel's,
Right,
Plant.
Christianel's Robert Plant, right. But he manages to do it acoustically, and that's his signature guitar. And
He goes all over the place and does this by himself.
And then he'll do it either with an orchestra or he does Led Zeppelin with an orchestra. He's an incredibly talented guy.
Yep.
And when I knew that you guys were, Zebra fans.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
thank you.
I mean, and that just came up by coincidence.
Yeah, well, that
I
just.
said that.
I mean,
When you said we love zebras, like,
Yeah,
that's
oh.
weird that they said that.
Yeah. So we wanted to surprise you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That was quite an honor. Thank you. Wow.
Well, she knew. Okay, so here's the thing. So earlier in the day, when you told me that this was going to happen, you were trying to orchestrate this. I'm in the office here with the door closed. Colby comes up to the door and she wants to talk, just say a little something. And of course, I shooed her
Yeah,
away.
he shooed me away. I was like, like 10 seconds, and he's like, shuts the door at me. I'm like, okay, I just wanted to tell Steve something on the quick, but okay.
Well, I just she has a way of knowing.
I have one of those. Thank you very much. I have one of those.
Yes, any of that. So thank you.
Well, there's a way around that. I have a workaround for that, and I'll teach it to you, Brad. I'll meet you on the corner of 41 and Daniels, and I'll teach you the code.
Does it need like a cloaking device or something? I mean,
Yeah. Well, you need a decoder, and it's a decoder ring. It's believe me, you're gonna love it. Yeah.
So how was that, birthday girl?
Yeah.
Thank you, you guys.
Were you
Now what about
surprised?
these women that rock? Are we gonna?
Yes. Let's go
Okay,
back
wow.
to the women that rock. Yeah.
Well,
No.
we
no,
wanted
no.
to give you a present
Yeah, I
that
mean,
no one else could give you.
That's right.
You know what? I'm blown away. Really. I thank you.
Wait till Teddy gets that one.
I know, right? And I'll tell you what, that gentleman, he is something. He is really a talent. I'm so grateful that I got an opportunity to see him perform like that. That was really special.
You'll see him again. He plays Barbara B. Man,
Yeah,
and
we
he
forgot
plays
to
down
tell
in
you guys.
Naples.
He was in Barbara B.
Yeah,
Man like
and
an hour ago.
you guys go out and see people, so we could, we'll hook you up.
Only if you're going to come with.
that's right.
I might have to dress like Yoko.
We're going to drag you out of the house, Steve.
Yeah, when she went in the giant condom.
I don't remember that.
I had it. Well, anyway, so here, let me get the women back here.
Here comes the women.
Here comes the women. All right, there we
Okay.
go.
All right.
So I do want to say one thing about, I saw them in concert, which was just pure luck. I think it was the Sportatorium in Miami. Sometime like probably 91, 92, 93, somewhere in that time frame. And I had a friend who used to get tickets for things, and he invited me, and I was like, oh, cool. I could see Heart. And then it was really something to see, really special. And, I have to give it up for women who have trailblazed in the way in which they have in the music industry. It's not easy. And their talent just shone through, and the world got an opportunity to see some really good music. And again, like Janis Joplin, the lasting effect is beyond. It's forever.
Well, I'll tell you, I toured with Ann was in that Abbey Road thing that we did in 2001, and we would do 3 of our songs, 3 of her songs, 3 of Todd Rundgren's songs, Alan Parsons and Ambrosia, and because David Pack was on the tour, and her stuff was some of the most fun stuff to play. I mean, Barracuda. And she hits those notes. She never misses. You never miss those notes once in a year.
Wow.
I mean, I'm telling you, full pipes. She's just, she's the Robin Zander of female vocalists, I think.
Yeah,
she's incredible.
What I love about him.
Yeah. Who's next?
Who is next? I don't know. I gotta go see.
Isn't
Who's
that
next?
the name of an album?
Yeah, it sure is. All right, who's next? Who we got? Oh, Pat.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Benatar.
Wait a minute. Wait. Where is she? Pat.
I can take the second half from you, Steve.
You can?
Yeah, I can take the second half.
Thanks, because I'm just killing it here.
We're realizing just how valuable you are.
I know. Dr. Clark
Yeah, I got half of a minute time.
Okay. Did you see Tony in there?
Where?
Yeah, I saw Tony.
Not yet.
And
Not
I
yet.
All right, so put up Pat Benatar. Put up Pat, please.
No, you got to put. No, I have the second half. I have from Joan Jett on. I don't have before that.
So you've got Pat. Put her up.
All right, so let me. You know what? I'm gonna go back to Pat, as I think I can. Where'd she go? Oh, okay. Hang on. Pat. Where is she? They were here.
I don't have that
Oh, they're
one.
gone.
Angus, Dr. Clockus is supposed to be doing it.
Yeah. Oh, I.
Yeah.
That's right. You're.
Okay. Wait.
Almost there.
And
There
Pat.
she is.
Thank you very much.
You know,
There she goes. Pat, come on, stick around. No, what's going on here?
I thought you were.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't. But he has the second half. Wait, let's get to Pat. And Pat.
Pat.
Ah,
All right, let's just talk about her.
we're going to talk about that. Well, you know, as we know, or unless some people are living under a rock, you know, Pat Benatar has been nominated into the to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame many times, but has not gotten in yet.
Really?
The big story going
Yeah.
on in the news right now. Disappearing. I don't know why. Yeah, so yeah, did you hear Dolly Parton was nominated also, and she backed
she doesn't want
out?
to be nominated.
Right.
Yeah.
She backed out, I guess, to give Pat Benatar, you know, a shot. I don't know.
More room.
Yeah,
to
but
work.
let me tell you something. I know a little bit about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Believe me, I did. I did a couple of shows for them, and we did a signing at the Rock Hall in Cleveland, and the guys that run it are not the same people that run Woodstock, or it's
Yeah.
Right.
It's suits.
it's suits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it suits.
And it's very nice to be inducted. My sticks are in what's his name, Richard, whatever, the wheel of drumsticks at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And believe me, that's a lot of pride for me. I'm not, inducted, but I got
But
some
his
stuff
sticks,
there.
his sticks
Well-
reside there.
Yeah, my sticks live there.
Well,
Great.
we full-heartedly support that amazing Pat Benatar, because you know what? Between her vocals and her husband's guitar,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they powerhouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. And the thing, the nice thing about it was when she finally started to get her own thing, when she started to take some control of her career, the first thing she did was give her husband, Neil Giraldo, the props. And, it's...
Yeah, he's on the billing with
It's
her
not
now.
him glomming on to anything. The guy's as responsible for that stuff as she is, in my
Oh,
opinion.
no, they're a 1-2 combination. Absolutely.
Just like you and Lori and me and Brad.
That's right. So
There you
who's
go.
next? Slide.
Slide. Okay, slide. Oh, slide. I can slide.
I thought
Oh, there she
Clockus
is.
was good.
Clockus is nice. He's after Pat Benatar. I'll tell you I have a funny Pat Benatar story that I love. Gene Cornish from the Rascals was playing with a band on Long Island, and they did the Rascals song "You Better Run." What you trying to do to my heart? And some guy comes up to Gene at the bar and he says, "Man, that was amazing. I love that song. You guys do any more, Pat Benatar?" Okay, so
See, I didn't know about the Rascals doing that
Oh,
song. I
yeah.
thought that was a Pat Benatar
all right. Well, you
song.
got Joan. So here you go, Clockus. Hit it.
Okay, Joan.
All right. I'm taking over. Here we go.
So, when it comes
Oh, I know. Sorry about that. I gotta go back.
So are we.
Clockus.
Yeah. Don't clock
you
it
wanna
up.
take the night off?
Yeah. There you go.
I literally had 5 minutes
There
to
she
put
is.
those stickers in there.
You did
So-
better than me, pal.
Yep.
Yeah.
when it comes to the edge of rock and roll, when I'm not talking the edge of, I'm talking like the edge of a knife edge. You have to just pay such deep respect for Joan Jett because she absolutely attacked and shattered molds because she's halfway in between thrash rock, glam rock, punk, and pop, all mixed into a bag.
Well, yeah, and believe me, I know that, and it's the funny thing is, I know most of the guys that played with her, and
Any good
we-
stories?
sorry.
Any good stories?
Yeah, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I will
no.
tell you one thing. We were playing. It was either Rockin' the Hills or one of the festivals in the Midwest. 60,000 people, 3 days, that kind of thing. And she was going on before us, and it's just one band after another, so on and so forth. And I've known Kenny Laguna, her manager, since her very early days, just by reputation or banging into one another, and he's always been a nice guy. And come to find out, Fader, who does this show, Fader is the Man, is her front of house. Well, I don't know if he's her front of house engineer, but he's her engineer.
And really good friend.
And when she needed to get firearms during the pandemic, I hooked her up with my friend in Las Vegas, and she bought some guns.
Her and Fader was good.
Back to the edge, the knife edge of rock and roll.
No, she freaking rocks, man, and she's for real. So, but this one show that we were doing, she shaved her head completely bald. It didn't even look like Joan Jett. And I mean, statement, but it was
And then
shocking.
Wasn't it dyed like blonde too? The bald
the
part?
the bald part was just she either just did it or she was shaving it every day.
I remember that.
I remember John got freaked out. That's not Joan Jett. Yeah, it is.
A lot freaks John out.
Yeah, John gets freaked out pretty easy, but
Well, there you go.
she does rock.
Well, that's awesome.
All right.
And beyond the edge of her as well, Crimson and Clover, the beauty of that song, she really did justice to it. She made it sound beautiful and still have her own edge to it. Always original, always awesome.
Yep, I love rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that-
Oh, by the way, hey, can you bring up that picture, Angus? I want to pull up. There's a symbol on there. I want to highlight.
Yes.
I'll spotlight it.
I got it.
Wait, here, the next picture.
Oh, the next one.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the one I had up already.
You did, and then
that one.
there
Leave
you
it
go.
right there. Well, first and
Oh.
foremost, she looks awesome there.
Yeah.
Next up, take a look at her leather jacket that she's leaning over and see what it says. Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, and those look like glyphs on her arm.
And yes, they are. And along with, if you look at the bottom right hand of that picture, there's an anarchy symbol that she has on it. It's like a circle with a star looking thing. That's an anarchy symbol. And she is, again, one of my, screaming little favorites.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, she was a trailblazer. Did you see her film with Kristen Stewart?
No.
No, we're already past that, Clockus.
Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
about Runaways, actually.
Yeah.
and Kristen Stewart played her.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart.
Oh
played
wow, I'll have to
Really?
check that
Wow,
out.
she was
great.
Yeah, you would have thought it was Joan
It
Jett.
was really great, and I think Joan
Dakota
consulted
Fanning.
on the album.
Yeah,
and,
Dakota Fanning played Cherry.
Yeah.
Oh really? Oh, gotta
I
watch
gotta
that.
see that.
Oh, it's a good.
good.
It's a. What's that?
Name of it again?
What was the name of it?
I'll look for you.
She'll
All right,
find
let
it.
Thank
us
you
know.
very much.
Let us know.
Now
Yeah.
let me tell you. Now let me tell you that there's a very strange connection between another one of your female picks here and Joan. So, and I'll tell you when you get there.
Oh,
Really?
let's hear it. Let's see it.
Oh.
Who's
Well, Clockus, can you go to the... Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Okay. So, go one more picture.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're saying.
Because
I get the key out of there.
okay, now,
Okay.
in the center of that picture,
This
that's
is
Tony Bruno,
right?
right? Tony Bruno used to play with Joan.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was he was in her band, and somebody else I think from that band was in her band. But yeah, Tony went from a band called Swift Kick on Long Island to that band with her, and he was with her for years. And I'm not sure what the sequence of events was, but I know he was in Danger. Was it Danger?
Yeah, he was in Danger.
Yeah, danger,
And,
danger.
uh,
Yeah.
and he actually went on to be
And then he
Enrique
went with,
Iglesias' musical director for 20 years.
Yeah, yeah. I was reading that about him actually.
Yeah.
He worked with Billy Joel. He worked with Janet Jackson, Joan Jett, Taylor Dane, Rihanna.
Yeah.
I mean, the list is pretty long and distinguished.
Yeah, and he passed the peas over here.
Yeah,
Him
he's-
and
yeah.
Steve and Angus.
Yeah,
did a
he's
song
on my
together.
Pass the Peas recordings.
That's right.
Oh, how cool.
And
Okay.
and the bass player, the guy all the way over to the right, I know. Oh.
Okay.
And why? You know what? I cannot think of his name. Freddie.
Ready? Okay, the movie's name is The Runaways, and it's on Netflix.
The Runaways
Okay.
on
Runaways,
Netflix.
very
Good,
cool.
good watch.
So, but we
I'll go
haven't mentioned the most amazing part of this
That's
band,
right.
in my opinion, is
Sandy.
Sandy Soraya,
Yeah.
who is one of my favorites. And I don't know if a lot of people know who she is necessarily, because she had a kind of a short run, but man, this woman can sing. She rocked.
Yeah, I remember it was a big deal when Tony got that gig.
Yeah.
I remember that, and they were, you sit in the business and you sit there and you see something new come along, and her band came along, or that band came along, and they had all of the hype, all of the energy, all of the stuff that you need, good songs, great looking band. Everybody was, good musicians. But if you just are 2 seconds late for the train, or something's off by a gram or something, it doesn't happen for everybody. It's no matter how good they are, it's really weird.
It's interesting.
Gary Taylor. That's his name. Gary Taylor. The bass
Okay,
player.
very cool. On the
Can
far
you go
right.
back to the other picture of her, please, Clock?
Yes, I sure can. And that's that one.
There she is.
Yeah.
So I had the fortune to see her play, and it was one of the greatest afternoons I can remember. There was a major concert festival on South Beach one afternoon. I think it was Saturday, and I was in college, and she was one of the headliners. It was Bon Jovi, who was promoting Aldo Nova on the beach with Soraya, Great White. Hello, I was so excited. I'm trying to remember. There was another band, and I can't remember their names offhand. But I wanted to see her in person so bad, and it was amazing to have that opportunity. And I was friendly with one of the radio personalities in Miami at the time, and he told me he was going to hang out with the guys from Soraya after the concert that night on South Beach. So I had an opportunity. I thought that Soraya would be there, Sandy would be there, but unfortunately,
I shouldn't say unfortunately, but I only got to meet the guys, and I really didn't know who they were, and I just was like wanting to meet her because she was one of my favorites. My favorite soloist. So
I wonder what she's up to now. I wonder if she's still,
I read that she has like 5 kids.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Chloe today,
5 kids.
She's busy.
when we were talking about, the entry and exit of rock and roll is varied. And, we know the varied rock, Janis Joplin, I mean, she died of a drug overdose and how tragic that is. And so many left way too early in the game. Well, Sandy, she started a family, 5 kids. It's, that's another way to make an exit. But you know what? I only wish her well because the music's been awesome.
It's a better choice than I think, if it's a choice at all.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And Lizzie Hale.
We have to recommend to your listeners,
a few songs.
Just please take a listen to Soraya, and you can go on YouTube or whatever. Love Is Taking Its Toll is her big hit, but Gypsy Child's one of my favorites. If you just go through some of the stuff, I think you'd be impressed if you like to hear a good vocal and some great guitar. Your friend Tony Bruno, he's one heck of a guitar player. So
yeah. I'll send you guys the stuff that he did on the songs that we did. I'll send you the tracks.
Okay, all right, so now we got to hit the last
one. Is kind of the modern era of ladies who really rock.
This woman blows my mind.
Lizzie Hale. She has really matriculated into, in modern rock. Her voice can be heard in many, many places. Evanescence, she has done work with. She's done work with Lindsey Sterling. She's done work with lots of major, major players. But all of it is based off of her, quite frankly, frighteningly good vocals.
Yeah.
Her vocals are like, I've never heard anything like this before.
In a world where you don't see a lot of rock and rolls quote any longer the way it used to be, she broke through, and I'm so glad she did, because this woman, I absolutely... Again, somebody, if you haven't heard, your audience, go look her up. This woman will blow your mind. And she can play guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
She's the Gibson poster child.
I think Slide Clockus. That.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
There you go.
That's an Explorer.
That's a great guitar.
Yeah,
and her next one's even is again just as unique. Double neck.
I guess that's the Gibson 612.
Oh.
That's what Pagey used on Stairway to Heaven, if I'm correct. But yeah, that's oh no, is that a 612 or is that a 6.6?
It looks like it's 6.6 unless it's got another 6 in the back of the neck.
Then it wouldn't be a Gibson.
No, it's 6.6.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's probably
different. It's awesome.
It's awesome to listen to.
I don't know. We'll have to get Randy back on. We'll ask him. He knows all about that.
Probably different tunings. That's all.
Yeah, I'm sure. Nice guitar.
It is.
So, yeah, women that rock that we wanted to pay a little homage to tonight.
And I wanted to say thank you so much, Steve and Lori and Angus, and setting this all up, the birthday wishes.
Yeah, this was really so nice of you guys. Thank you.
I'm sorry I was so late.
No, I heard you had issues with technology, so that happens.
It's because all that stuff you've got written on the board back there. Is that what they told you to program your phone into?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, listen, Clockus, go get Angus, and he'll tell us who's coming up this week.
Have a happy birthday,
and
Colby.
happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Colby.
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday. See you later, Brad.
Bye, guys.
Have a great night.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. Happy birthday.